Lakshmi was a very poor girl who lived in a village near Vrindavan. This is a true story of how if you have a relationship with God, even if you forget Him, He will always remember that relationship and He will cherish and nourish it. One of the best ways of developing devotion is to view the Lord as your mother, father, brother, any relation which you don't have in real life. Lakshmi had lost her mother when she was very young. As a small child, 8 years old, she had a stepmother from whom she was receiving a lot of torment, and her father didn't take much care of her. When this was happening in Lakshmi's life and she felt a total lack of love in her life, she was attending a session on Bhagavad where the Acharya told that if you develop a relationship with God, He will never let you down. So Lakshmi borrowed a Bala Mukund, a small Krishna, from one of the ladies, and she pampered that Lord with whatever food she used to get secretly and started developing extreme love for that Lord. She taught him to be her brother, the most protective, loving one. She grew up with this Balamukunda, sharing all her feelings with him and feeling that now there is someone in life who loves her. As the days went by, Lakshmi grew big. Her father looked out for a person to marry her. She was very fortunate that her husband would be from Vrindavan. He went to her father and thanked him so much. She went to her Bal Mukunda and cried to him, I never knew that you would be so kind to me. I never knew that I would come to your place for the rest of my life. As the days rolled by, marriage came near. Her would-be husband came to her house and looked at her Baba Mukund. He was very happy. Oh, you already have fallen in love with my Krishna. So happy with you. He said she was also very happy that she was going to be encouraged in her devotion to the Lord. The day of the marriage got over, and then her husband went back to Vrindavan. He came after Lakshmi entered adulthood to pick her up and go back to Vrindavan. At that time, she safely packed Balamukunda with her, and her husband lovingly carried him on his head as they walked towards Vrindavan. It was a long journey, and in between, they took rest on the banks of river Yamuna. Her husband went to the river to take bath. He told her, look, wear your gurkhat, that is the sari, over your head. Cover it well, because there are a lot of roads out here, and it is a tradition in Vrindavan that brides should not show their face to anyone other than their husbands. So this Lakshmi covered her face really well. As she was sitting on the bank, a small boy came up to her. The small boy called out to her, Bobby. She said, who's this? And she got scared. The boy said, Baba Gungat, I want to see you. She got so scared, she pulled it further down. And then this boy tugged at it. He tugged at it hard and peeped from below the Gungat and looked at her face and said, so beautiful, Bobby. And then he closed the Gungat and ran away. Her husband came back. Lakshmi exclaimed to him, some little boy, you opened my Gungat and peeled the Gungat. He put his head and looked at me and said, you look so beautiful, Bobby, and ran away. Then her husband said, I told you, this place, the riverbank, is full of rogues. I'll take care of him. Whenever you see him around on the streets of Vrindavan, let me know. I'll take care of him. He said, and then the two of them walked back home. After reaching home, Lakshmi kept thinking about that sweet boy. He had curly hair, big, beautiful eyes. She could not forget him, but she had not seen anybody like that on the streets of Vrindavan. Some days passed. One day she told her husband, I'll come to Vrindavan for so long, but I have not seen Banke Bihari. Her husband said, let us go tomorrow itself. And then they both got ready to go. She made a lot of kova and made sweets with that and took it for the Lord. She went to the temple all the while with her gungat. As she was standing in front of the Lord, her husband said, Pardon, take off your gungat. You can see the Lord well. Inside the temple, you don't need to wear the gungat. And then, as she took off the gungat, she exclaimed to her husband, Oh, these eyes, the same boy who came on the banks of river Yamuna. Husband said, Oh my God, you are so lucky. The very first visit to Vrindavan, you had a darshan of Lord Krishna. I have been in Vrindavan for so many years. I have never seen it. You are so lucky. You are so lucky. He exclaimed. She understood her great fortune, and tears rolled down her eyes as she thanked the Lord for remembering to nourish her relationship and remembering to respond to her love. And then onwards, she was very, very dedicated to Banke Bihari and lived a life of total devotion to Banke Bihari. Like this, the destitute Lakshmi was supported till the very end by Lord Krishna, who played the role of her brother. This goes to show that the Lord is always ready to embark on a relationship with us, and He enjoys this relationship till the very end of our birth. So let us all build a strong relationship with the Lord.